What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Have another video for you. This time it's the Colossus. So, let's get right into it. This guy is the Acid Man, V-Dub. Okay, so you take a good look at him. He obviously imbues the acid look. So quickly going over the appearance, it's the powerhouse legs, it's the jumper arms, the jumper torso, and for paint we're using the bright green, the one you find, whoops, right down here on the primary, the quaternary, and the secondary. And the blue is a custom blue. The blues on this scale suck, so you have to make your own blue. These are all more purpley and green. So that's not hard to do though. You just go in here and customize your blue. If you're doing it, just a recommendation, always point the dot, if you will, to the top if you want to get the true color, and then just turn this till you see kind of close to what you want. Then maybe tone it a little lighter or darker, but always start with the true color. It makes it a little easier. Okay, and then just regular, or the using metal weld on here. You could use any metal. I like the weld. Has a stronger look and it has a shinier. It just basically puts lines into it, which on some things like cylinders and stuff, it can look kind of cool. Gives it more of a three-dimensional effect. Okay, now onto the loadout. This build is primarily support build, basically because it does a lot of damage, it takes a lot of damage, and I'm using Surging Shield as a support gear. This comes with 200% extra charges, so 3 charges on that, and it has the 15% combo damage. Now this build is a combo build, so just going over it, the short and long range primer we're using is Solvent Green. This one has a 200% gear damage on the Solvent Green, but the main inscription with this legendary gear is that while equipped, combos do 200% more damage. Okay, so we're equipping that. That's our long and short range primer. Now we don't really need a long range primer because we're using the Venom darts. And these ones here come with a 225% gear damage. I could have picked this one, say it has 200% gear charges, giving me 3, but it's not really necessary with these. It fires slow enough and charges fast enough that with 100% extra gear charges, I was able to hold it down. Okay. Then weapons, our short range primer is the Earth Shaker. This has a 225% weapon damage and the 60% armor added on there. This sends out a shockwave that damages enemies out in front of you. It works very well as a detonator. So, what else? Oh yeah, weapons. Sentinel's Vengeance, which is the legendary aftershock. This is a beast. Has 1,087 damage on the hit and an extra 3,261 blast damage, or splash if you will. This has 200% weapon damage and 120% mag size, which comes very in handy with the grenade launchers. I switch from the Solvent Green to this one. I need to prime targets. And then as a backup weapon, we have the Insult and Injury, which is the legendary Bombardier, and it has 100% armor plus 70% armor, so 170% armor as our backup. on that. I don't really use this weapon, again, like all the builds. It's just the backup. Now, components. Some of these components are chosen for the sheer fact that they have combo damage inscriptions, such as this one, the rapid hollow points we aren't using, except the bottom or lower inscriptions read out on a 33% combo damage and a 23% combo damage. Then we have Grand Entrance, which is useful for the Colossus, increasing the support ability, so it's giving me more resistance, or the team more resistance for longer while using the support gear, the shield. This also comes with an inscription of 43% acid effect, so it's handy on this build. Next we have Bloodlust, which is also handy for a melee style build. This one has another 33% combo damage. I have Bloodlust with extra melee damage and stuff, but for this combo build, we want to up the combo damage as much as we possibly can. So we have another 33% there. Then I've added on Symbiotic Surge, which increases the Javelin's armor by a large amount. And, you know, for this build, I usually will use Best Defense on a Colossus to get my armor back. I'm not, so this increases the damage as well while I'm picking up health. And it comes with a 95% armor inscription and already has extra armor. So this is helping the whole support. Basically in a support build, which is the toughest builds I do, they don't go down. That's the main key, is that no matter what, the base of the build is that it can't go down. If it dies, then it's failed. So then on top of that, we have Focus Freeze, which we are not using as a component, except for the armor and shield. And it comes with another 35% combo damage. And then we're using catalytic overdrive, which increases the combo damage again by 50%, and detonating a combo increases ability damage by 40% for 20 seconds. So that's it for everything put together there. I'm just going to get my head out of the way for a sec there and check my notes here. Make sure I've given you everything. Okay, so the shield on this guy isn't extraordinary. It's the base amount of 18,366. Pardon me. Armor, though, has the base of 22,060, which happens with all your main components. If you read them out, you multiply it by 6, 30, 61, you're going to end up with 18,366. But if you throw on a Symbiotic Surge, which gives you 6,755, it brings you to a base of 22,060. And this monster has 325% extra armor, so it maxes out at 93,755. What else? We already went over the acid effect, has the extra 43%. And then combo damage, it has an extra 389%. So, what else? Just a couple notes on strategy when using the Colossus. Don't forget to use the support gear. The shield works well. Let me just read it off. Upgraded shield pulse, fortified effect reduces incoming damage by 33%. So where the Berserker cry, battle cry, it reduced the enemy's resistance by 33%. This one is reducing the incoming damage to us by 33%, and it works for the whole team. Additionally, regenerate shields through damage, increasing regeneration rate by 50%. So not that useful on the Colossus, but for the rest of the team it is. So don't forget to use that as much as you possibly can, especially in the heat of battle. You might as well have that extra resistance, and don't forget we are using the catalytic overdrive, which, no, sorry, not that one. Which one was it? the Grand Entrance, which is increasing the support ability by 50%, the length of time it's used. So with this guy, you want to coat everything in acid and shoot a lot of rockets. And don't forget, when you're shooting the rockets with the venom darts, one tip here is that, you can aim them while firing. So what you want to do is you want to move your target, your center target there, to the different enemies while the missiles are launching out, and you can hit multiple targets, like across a whole area on the floor. Now for this video I'm going to show you this time for this guy, I've picked the sigils, the Epic Sigils Combo Acid Melee. You could also go with all combo if you wanted to see that number go up even higher. It's a GM3 on here. It's a GM3 legendary mission. Which one is it here? The Lost Arcanist. So I picked that one basically because it has endless waves of scars. I wanted to put this build to the test, sort of push it. So this guy gives a lot of damage and he takes a lot of damage. So I hope you enjoy the video. It has a trippy kind of effect to show this guy off a bit. So here's V-Dub, the Acid Man combo damage build. Take care, guys.
This looks serious. Very serious. Focus on the big guy. Watch out for the flamethrower. I think he's done.